Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Monday. Thanks so much for being here and tuning in for your local headlines in Southeast Minnesota and Northern Iowa. I'm Kelsey Marier, your host and producer for Morning Pulse, where I bring you these local headlines every weekday morning at 8:30 in our KTTC digital studio. Today, I am bringing you 4 local headlines to get our week started on this December 22nd. It is a short week, and it is the week of Christmas, so we're all in a good mood, but we are still making sure that you are getting the news of the day. So we are going to start with a story right out of Rochester, something that we had learned from the Minnesota State Patrol. So that's where we're going to start with our first headline today. So a Rochester woman, we have learned, is hurt after she was hit by a car on Highway 52. This all took place around 6:20 Saturday night on northbound Highway 52 near the exit to Civic Center Drive. So according to state troopers, the 53-year-old woman was apparently walking across the highway when a 34-year-old Rochester man driving north on the highway in an SUV hit her. So this was a pedestrian versus SUV accident. She was taken to Mayo Clinic St. Mary's with some non-life-threatening injuries. We are told from the Minnesota State Patrol that the driver was not hurt in this accident. Next up, we have a story out of Freeborn County, but has to do with Minnesota as well. The ACLU of Minnesota has filed a lawsuit against Freeborn County on behalf of 4 county residents for what it is calling an illegal agreement with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. So according to the ACLU, this is regarding the 287G agreement, and that is a program where local law enforcement agencies can apply to help ICE with identifying and removing criminal non-citizens who are subject to removal from the country. We actually reported back in April that the Freeborn County Sheriff's Office had applied to that program specifically. So now the ACLU filing lawsuit, it says in part, quote, a crucial feature of the program is that the agreements can only be applied consistent with state and local laws. That's including the Minnesota Constitution. It goes on to say in Minnesota, it is illegal to hold individuals for ICE after they have been released from state custody. Minnesota also does not authorize state or local law enforcement to conduct civil immigration arrests. Again, that was a quote from the ACLU in Minnesota regarding the lawsuit that it has filed against Freeborn County. So we did reach out to the Freeborn County Sheriff, Ryan Shea, for comment on this topic. We have not yet heard back from him at this time, but as soon as we do, we will put that information and that statement for you on our website, kttc.com. You can also read more about this story and the full statement from the ACLU of Minnesota at kttc.com. Next up, we want to let viewers in Rochester know of something, especially this time of year as we are getting into icy and snowy weather. Rochester Public Works wants to remind us that it's our responsibility to keep our sidewalks clear of ice and snow. Obviously, it can be dangerous if you don't do that. So Rochester Public Works is providing free salt sand mixture for residents to pick up by the bucket and, treat any of those slippery patches that you may have, again, on your sidewalks on your property. So you can find the mixture at 2 different locations in town. One is behind the Fiesta Cafe in the Northbrook Shopping Center, kind of near the Silver Lake area here in Rochester. The other location is at the end of First Avenue Southwest, and that's next to the First and Banks apartments. Public Works says that residents do need to bring their own supplies to come and pick up this mixture. That includes buckets and shovels. Those are not being provided by the agency. And if you want to learn more about this or need just more specific details about the 2 locations, we do have all of that information on our KTTC mobile app. So just feel free to download that and you can learn more and get all of this information there. Finally, this story is a little bit it's into Wisconsin, western Wisconsin, but I have been to this before, and I know a lot of viewers love going to this specific winery, and there's a holiday event happening there is underway, and so we wanted to let you know about it if you're looking for maybe some holiday plans over the next several weeks. So you don't really have to travel far if you kind of want to step into a European-style Christmas market. That's because Villa Bellezza, that's an Italian-themed winery in Pepin, Wisconsin. It's hosting its market at the outdoor piazza every year, and it's going on right now. So the European Christmas market is where vendors come and sell everything from cozy winter apparel. They have fresh baked goods, sourdoughs, homemade candles, and a bunch of other types of gifts from all around the world, which is pretty cool. You're seeing some video of that market right now on your screen. Obviously the winery is beautiful. It has brick sidewalks and Mediterranean style roofing, and just really feels like it could be something out of Venice or Rome or Florence, which is why they do a European style Christmas market there. This is just across the river kind of from Lake City, obviously near Lake Pepin in Pepin, Wisconsin. There are 20 or so vendors that come to this market that are available at this market each day. So if you haven't had a chance to stop by yet, you don't need to worry. There is still time. Those vendors are going to continue to put up and sell their goods past Christmas for the first 2 weekends into January. Again, I have been to this Christmas market before, and it is so cute, so fun. If you love to shop local and small, this is the perfect place to do it, and you can enjoy you can enjoy a glass of wine while you shop, which is super fun. They might even also have mulled wine, so if it's a little bit of a cooler day. The market is indoor and outdoor at the winery, but you can always enjoy maybe a glass of mulled wine while you are perusing those local gifts. So something fun that we just wanted to tell you about. It's a little outside our viewing area, but it's still a place that we can go during the holiday season or even after. Okay, that is all the news headlines I have for you on this Monday. Quickly, I'm going to mention what's going on in the weather department. If you haven't been outside already this morning, well, you probably noticed, or you didn't notice. You should go outside, but the roads have been crazy this morning. We had a little bit of sleet come out overnight for just a few hours. It was basically raining ice pellets that was falling, and it really created a mess on the roads. So we had a lot of partially and fully covered roads this morning in ice. Several school districts, I should say, had delayed starts to class today because of the road conditions. So keep that in mind. The temperatures today are going to be into the mid 30s, which means, and we're going to see sun, which means those conditions on the road, those icy conditions, are going to deteriorate. They're going to get better. I guess you could say it's going to melt, probably create a little bit of slush, which is good for the rest of our day. Just be careful if you're going out now or if you've already been out. It was a very slippery mess out there this morning, so just keep that in mind. But it's going to be bright and mild sunshine type conditions later today and throughout the week, which is awesome for Christmas week. Travel looks like it's going to be we're not going to have any issues with travel, at least in the weather department. So that's good things to report. Okay, that is all that I have for you on this Monday morning. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good week ahead of you. And Merry Christmas, of course. Happy holidays to everyone. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks again.